can't go harder than this. And then I'm looking over there with straight envy and jealousy, like, damn, another loss. All right, let's get it started with a winner, and the Chiefs. KC spoiled Drew Brees' return yesterday with a close 3-point win. Patrick Mahomes had his 300-yard passing streak snapped, but he still threw 3 touchdown passes. The Chiefs have now won 9 straight, but their last 6 wins have only been by 1 possession, Acho. So did the Chiefs prove they're the best team in the NFL?
Oh, my dog. The Chiefs confirmed that they are the best team in the NFL. They confirmed it.
Good word.
They didn't have to prove it. They had already proved it, but yesterday they confirmed it. At least they confirmed it to me. I'm not sure about where you stand. Think about this, Marcellus. The Saints' defense hadn't allowed more than 30 points since September 27th.
Okay.
It has been about 3 months. My guy.
3 months.
Since they allowed over 30 points. Chiefs did that yesterday. Saints had their future first ballot Hall of Fame quarterback in Drew Brees. I understand they didn't have Michael Thomas. They really had Michael Thomas all season, and this Saints team is still a 10-win team, but the Chiefs still dominated them. But I also look at it like this. The most glaring statistic, what I was looking for, that lucky number was 28.
Okay.
Again, you know this, Patrick Mahomes, he's 31-1 if you don't score at least 28 points.
Gotta get him.
So I was looking for that lucky number. Will the Saints even have a chance? Will the Saints even have a chance? You got to score 28 just to have a chance. I said, will they even have a chance? Well, Drew Brees, he scored 15 unanswered at the end of the first half. Then he comes back in the second half. He still throws these punches. Oh, the Saints had a chance. Marcellus, even when you got a chance against these Chiefs, you really don't have a chance at all. The Chiefs confirmed that they are the best team in the NFL, because I'm going to end my first lap like this. You beat the Saints, playoff team, arguably the best team in the NFC.
Chill.
You beat the...
Ain't no argument. They're not number 1 seed. Are we going to argue that they're the number 1 seed?
We argue on the show, and that's what I argue.
Boy, when you get into that motor road, okay, I'm starting to stop them rolls down the hill now.
Okay, the Saints,
arguing.
a top 2 team in the NFC.
And they not one.
I'm sorry.
A top 2, but you're not one.
A top 2 team in the NFC.
Okay.
They beat the Dolphins, playoff team. Dismantled the Bucks, playoff team.
Okay.
Beat the Bills, playoff team. Then early on, week 3, when the Ravens were coming in hot this season to avenge their playoff loss, unanimous MVP, they dismantled them early. You've seen the Chiefs be great early. You've seen the Chiefs be great late. You've seen the Chiefs be great in between. Chiefs proved again they're the best team in the NFL.
Okay. You know I disagree with you, obviously, by me trying to interrupt you, rolling down the hill with your verb and word count, trying to go so fast that I'm not catching everything you say. They didn't prove anything yesterday. They didn't prove that they're the best team in NFL. I really have a problem, I think, right now with hearing the word best, because we're not in proven season right now. We're in setup for proving season right now in the regular season. The playoffs will determine all of this, Acho. But since you want to talk about they're the best team, when, you know, me, lazily, I like to say, who's the favorite to win it all right now? I can say the Chiefs, but are they the best team in the NFL? No, they have imperfections. They have warts like every other team. Are they undefeated? No. Oh, but you want to stand on the premise of, look at them. They've won 22 of their last 23 games. Oh, they're 13-1. And then I push back, Acho, because we both went to school, but not the same school. Let me tell you about what I learned at my school.
Can't tell.
You don't know if that was a good point or bad point, but run with me, big dog. They are the 9th team since 2000 to go 13-1 or better. 9th team. How many of those teams have won a Super Bowl of those 9?
Probably 1.
Well, yeah. Probably 1. Stop you. All these ambiguous terms. Probably. Yes, only 1. Only 1. Wait a minute. Did I just say teams that start 13-1 or better actually have a losing win percentage when it comes to winning it all? So I don't understand why we're sitting here right now with a premise or even a conversation about, are they the best? Prove it. You know, prove it. And you're going to have your opportunity to prove it in front of you. But right now, I'm not standing on their record, and I'm not standing on what I've seen in these performances. Be real. There's a difference between performance and outcome, especially when it comes to this team. Too many close games we've seen early and of late with this same team that we're trying to say is nearly perfect. They're not nearly perfect, and that's how they could get caught slipping in the playoffs.
You're so intelligent. I don't understand how you get tripped up over a word. Sal, I didn't ask you.
You didn't ask me.
Chiefs, did the Chiefs, you didn't ask me, did the Chiefs prove they're Super Bowl champions this year? No.
Best team?
You said, did they prove that they are the best team in the NFL? That's incredibly simple. It's incredible. To be the best, you have to do what? You have to beat the best.
Beat the best. Who's the best team this year?
Well, the Chiefs. But if you want to,
That's last year.
If you want to disregard the Chiefs,
wow, we doing this.
let's beat the best or one of the best teams in the NFC.
Oh, that was my point.
Let's beat the best or one of the best teams, Bills, in the AFC.
Okay.
Let's beat the best coached or one of the best coached teams in the Miami Dolphins. Let's beat the most talented or one of the most talented teams in the Buccaneers. What else do you want to see? And I'm going to put it in context for you because I got this full screen. The Chiefs at the Bills, at the Bucs, at the Dolphins, at the Ravens, they're 5-0. Marcel, let's digest this because you can't digest it. Well, no, you can digest tangible things, obviously. Digest this intellectual thing if you can, please. 5-0 at the Bills, at the Bucs, at the Dolphins, at the Ravens, at the Saints. Rest of the NFL is 7-24. How does that not mean anything to you? 30 points per game. Rest of the NFL, 20 points per game against elite or top-tier teams. Like, this is an easy question. This, sir, is a layup, and you going off the top. How you missing layups?
How I'm missing layups? Because I shoot these threes, baby. My game is on the outside. Anybody can shoot layups, but come on out here with Steph Curry and me. Then let's see if you can make these shots right here. When I look at a team that is ready for a playoff run, as this team should be ready to try and repeat for its Super Bowl title, you start to look at individual components of the team. You don't just look at it in totality or just by the record. That's lazy. Let's get deeper than that. Let's look at a team that in totality, the defense is struggling, offense trending in the wrong direction in comparison to who they should be and who they've been. I pointed out, let's start with Patrick Mahomes. 1 giveaway through his first 9 games. All right, that's Patrick Mahomes, duh. What about the last 5 games? 6 giveaways. Not a ton, but not the same pace we saw earlier. Whatever. That may be me being hyper-focused and hypercritical.
It is.
Well, how about this one then? What about the fact that they have allowed 20 scrimmage touchdowns this year, over the last 6 games, I should say, and the Steelers have allowed 26 the whole year? Wait a minute. Are they in the same conference? Okay, so a team that plays stingier defense may be a team you see going forward. Interesting. You brought up the Dolphins, another playoff team around. Only 30 this whole year. And y'all giving up 20 in the last 6 games. The point is, not everything is pointing in the right direction. You have the outcomes you desire. You have a lot of nail biters in there as well, Acho. That's what I want to highlight. The fact that there isn't the same room for error as we expect based off of this record.
I'm going to end this conversation, and I'm going to end you very simply. Marcellus, you're smart. That's what I love about you. My favorite thing about you is you're smart. Not that you made a lot of money, not that you're a nice guy, not that you're a great father, a great husband.
So you're nothing like my wife then, because she likes all the rest.
The only thing I care about is your intellect, because I can have intelligent conversations with you. So I'm going to talk smart with you, big dog. The Chiefs, they've allowed 20 points or less 8 times this year. 20 points or less 8 times this year. Leads the NFL. So when all y'all at home, when your homeboys try to tell y'all the Chiefs can't play defense, just let them know. Chiefs have allowed 20 points or less 8 times this year. Leads the NFL. So they've allowed 28 points or more. Only 4 times this year. Okay, this one thing's got to get an election.
Let's go.
This one we got to get an election. Now, I just told you, in order to beat the Chiefs, you have to score at least 28. The only way to beat the Chiefs, you got to score at least 28. They've only allowed 28 or more 4 times this year. Of the 4 teams that did it, only 1 team beat them. So, Sal, even when you buy a lotto ticket, you know you can't win the lotto unless you buy a ticket. Even when you buy a lotto ticket, which is scoring more than 28 against the Chiefs, there's only 1 team that won the lotto when they bought a ticket.
You're in trouble.
So the only one. So even if you're lucky enough, not luck, because a game of football is not much luck, but even if you're fortunate enough on that Sunday to score 28 or more, there's only a 1 in 4 chance you do win. Now, keep in mind, 8 teams don't even buy a ticket. So 8 teams, if you get on the field, Marcellus, 8 of them teams that played the Chiefs this year didn't even have a chance. Of the 14, 8 didn't even have a chance. The 4 that even had a chance only won 1. There's nothing else to be said about the Chiefs being the best, except for the fact of half the teams don't even got a shot at beating them. And the 4 teams that had a shot, only 1 found a way to do it. Oh, and that same team that found a way to do it, the Raiders, they lost.
Yeah.
The next time they play. I ain't got nothing else to say, big dog.
Well, you know, intellectuals don't die easy. Just because all we're doing is exchanging thoughts and ideas. So guess what? You can't kill my ideas. I'm just going to go out and reconfigure my idea. How's their running game looking, Acho, since we're going to talk playoff football? Oh, was that a concession? He
got hurt. Running back got hurt.
Was you give me to this point? Or you consider he got hurt. He may not be there for the playoffs, but I don't even know if we're going to notice the difference. They're so one-dimensional right now in terms of their running performances. Have they had a 100-yard rusher since week 6? I'll ask everybody in America. You guys could chime in, hit us up on Twitter. Anybody that knows his answer, says Acho doesn't want to speak right now. Have they had a 100-yard rusher since week 6? No, doesn't look like it. I wonder if that's going to come into play when you get into the playoffs. We got teams out there like Derrick Henry's had 9 himself. You look at the fact that Dalvin Cook has had 8 himself. But now you have a team that doesn't even have that many themselves. Interesting. So you're trying to tell me that Patrick Mahomes is going to be one-dimensional. Hey, he's Patrick Mahomes. He can do it all. Can he? When it's one-dimensional, your running game, Edwards-Helaire is going to be out the regular season and maybe the playoffs. We'll see how that heals up. You don't have a strong running game. And you think this year, teams that is going to see this team without balance. And last year, you were down 10 points in the playoffs, down 24 points in the playoffs, down 10 points in the fourth quarter. You think right now that this is going to be cakewalk, or they're going to come out unscathed in this process when they're now going into it without the same level of defense and they're one-dimensional. Acho, you got anything?
That take was decent.
That was a good one.
That was a decent take. It was, you were in the pass or fail class and you passed, because to fail, you had to get a D- or below. I'll give that take a C. Here's what I'll say. Marcellus, growing up, my parents came from Nigeria to America, so we didn't really have
How old were they when they came?
When they came here, I think Pops was 31, Mom's might have been 24. Late 70s, early 80s.
Your 20s from Nigeria to America? Whoa,
so peep this, though. They come to America. We didn't have that much money. Came to America, didn't really have much anything. So every summer, we would go on these trips from Dallas to Mississippi, and we would drive. We would drive because we really have much bread.
How long?
So we drove about 8 hours. 8 hours.
Chill, that's limit, Pops.
8 hours.